Let's look at making a few of these brick columns. First thing we need to do is actually build a brick wall type material. So let's jump back into Revit, and I'm going to go to the wall tool, and I'm going to select a generic 12-inch wall. And right away I'm going to duplicate that. So I'll go to Edit Type, I'll duplicate it, I'll call it a custom brick wall. And right away we want to add a brick material to it. So I'll click on Edit. And when I'm into that edit of the assembly, I'm going to go to the structure, and where it says material is by category, I'm going to click just in front of that. It's going to open up the material browser, and I'm going to create a new material. Now we could select a Revit brick, but they typically don't look that good. So I want to show you a technique for making a brick that you have more control over. So I've created a new material, which is now called the default new material. And I'm going to right click on that and rename it. And I'll call this a custom brick. And what I want to do is, in front of the image thing, I want to set tiling. And that's going to open up it should open up. I have a little bit of an error here going on. Tiles, there it is. I don't know why that disappeared right away. I'm going to create a brick by selecting running bond, and I want to make sure that the bricks have this kind of a proper aspect ratio. So I'm going to change this to 2 and let's say 6. All right, so that gives us a good starting size for a brick. Maybe I'll make the scale of this a little bit larger. So I'm going to go down to scale, and I'll make this 2 feet. So this is actually, excuse me. So that each one of these bricks is about 1 foot wide, and that looks pretty good. And now let's give it the tiles a color, or the bricks a color. So I guess I'll pick a warm color, a slightly warm color. Actually, maybe I'll mute that down a little bit. I'm just experimenting here. I'll pull that down so it's nice and rich. Click OK. And I've lost my palette now. There, it's not there. Let's try it again. I think this is a bit of a glitch that's going on. So I have that tile color set, and I'm actually going to make some changes to the variance. You may have something here or not. I'm going to change this number so that the, let's say the fade variance is 0.5, and I'll make the color variance let's say 0.03. And I'll just click off of that somewhere just so I can see. So there's a little bit of variance. Maybe I'll just tune that up just a little bit more. I want to change this to 0.4. And we'll see how that looks. The other thing is our grout is dark, and maybe it would be more interesting if we lighten that up a little bit, or looked a little more realistic. And once again, that palette disappears, so I think I might have a little bit of a glitch. I hope you're not having that same problem. So I'm going to click Done and Apply, and click OK, and OK. And now we're ready to draw that brick wall. And I'm going to start by drawing it in 3D. I'm going to draw a little bit of brick corner right here. And I'll show you the technique that I use. You can also work in plan views, and I'll show you that technique also. So I'm going to go grab that wall tool, and I'm going to come down here and actually just touch so you can see that we get these indicators of where we're going to actually be able to draw. I'll zoom in here really close. Remember, we're drawing our walls on the exterior face, or that's what we've been doing. So I'm going to select Finish Face Exterior. We want to start at the base level 1, which is right where we are with this grid, and we want to go up to the top of the parapet. That's just the furthest highest level that we have. And I'm going to actually just start drawing. So I'm going to click on that very corner and pull out on the wall. And I want to make the wall from that corner out 4 feet long. So I select that and I'm done, except you'll notice that the wall is hanging over the edge. If I select the wall, it's because I was drawing in a way that it thought was counterclockwise. If I grab the wall and hit the space bar, it'll flip over. And now we have a wall, but it doesn't seem to have brick on it. So let's see if we can make that brick show up by rendering it in a more realistic way. So I'll just select realistic, and there's our brick texture added to our first piece of wall. Now let's try drawing the same piece of wall. I'm going to go to level 1, and you'll notice we don't get the nice indications of where surfaces are here. Actually, if we click to the site, you can actually see the foundation underneath it. And we'll draw another piece of wall right along here. So here's that piece of brick wall. Let's go ahead and draw another piece. So I'm going to select the wall tool. We've got that custom brick again, finish face exterior, level 1 up to the top of level. And I'll start at this corner, and I'll draw over until it says 4 feet. And then click off of that, and we'll go to the 3D view so we can see we've done the same thing in plan view. So now I want to take this wall and kind of mirror it over until it's over on this side, so I don't have to redraw these actual walls again. So I'm going to do that by using another technique. And I'm trying to mix up the techniques just to give you just different ways of experiencing this. You can do it any way you want. You're not necessarily bound by the way I suggest doing it or showing you to do it. I've selected those two corner pieces, and I'm actually going to use a mirror command. And you'll notice that if I roll over this, like that front line, I'll get a center point. And actually the center point is a little bit off there. You'll notice that this is probably the best one to get. It goes all the way from this corner over to that corner. And so I know I'm right in the center. If I grab that and pull straight up using that mirror command up there and the selected walls, I can make a duplicate right on the other side. And let's just take a look on that to verify. And there we have 2 of our columns done for us. And we want another 2 columns over here. So let's go ahead and do that now. I can actually multiple select these, and I'm going to just use the copy command. So I'm going to grab all 4 of those walls, rotate, rolling my mouse until I've highlighted them and holding the control key down and selecting them. It'll say that I have 4 walls selected. And now I'll use the copy tool. And I'll come down in here and grab this very corner edge, and then I'll move it over to this side and click. And now I've got my duplicate walls constructed in the next bay over. And let's do this one last time. I'm going to grab this wall again, and grab the copy tool, and come to that top corner, and move it over here, and place it again on that other corner. So that's enough of our starting. We're going to add a couple of more pieces of wall in here and some other clips, but I think this is enough for our first CV2 assignment. So next we'll look at creating a presentation sheet for this.